It's day 7 of Mental Health Awareness Month, and I actually am taking a walk today around Walden Pond, where Henry David Thoreau lived for a couple of years and wrote. It's possible to social distance here. I think people are, abiding by the rules, and the pond trail is one way. So that's good. Anyways, just want to quickly talk about solitude. Just thinking about that as I'm reading Henry David Thoreau. I just read his chapter on solitude, and I know where a lot of us are dealing with solitude right now with COVID-19 and having to social distance and stuff like that. And I know it's hard for people, especially, extroverts and stuff like that, but there are some benefits to solitude. It gives us time to think. It sort of like brings us back to ourselves, things like that. Some of my favorite works are about people who sort of found themselves in solitude. I'm reading Walden right now, but a few other books that talk about solitude are Wild by Cheryl Strayed and Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I just read the chapter on solitude by Thoreau, sitting here by the side of his cabin. And while Thoreau enjoyed solitude, he wasn't completely alone. And he talked about people actually leaving stuff on, at his cabin, notes, gifts, stuff like that when he was away from it. And he said sometimes he could smell, the remnants of, a pipe after a visitor left and stuff. And it just sort of made me think about how, we're doing similar things. My dad lives in a community with, a bunch of other retired people, and they have been leaving, stuff on each other's steps, like baked goods and gifts and, things like that. And just like, they're staying away from each other and being safe, but they're still engaging in some way, and Thoreau in that chapter on solitude also talked about how he wasn't alone, like when he was here in the woods, because he was sort of like in communion with, the trees and the birds and, the water and all this. So, just know that, this is not going to last forever, and that we're not alone. And sometimes, there are some good things about solitude that can help us appreciate life more. So I guess that's just what I'm trying to do today. I'm trying to enjoy a little bit of solitude and, learn something new and learn something about myself. So anyway, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I love you. Thanks for being here.